Yerski. Welcome to another episode of Culinarily Kwan, episode 6, with me, your boy, Jay Kwan. Today we have a good episode lined up. Um, so I'm pretty sure, there we go, view request. Let's get it rolling. Sorry to the pup. Give me 1 second. Hello, hello.
Right, I think we got it.
You're in. Welcome.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm
Hi.
good. Hello there. Hello there.
We've got a nervous participant.
Not a problem. So, how this is gonna work, just so that way, no need to be nervous or anything like that.
Okay.
We're just gonna talk for about 30 or 40 minutes about what you guys do, how you got started. I could have Googled it, but I wanted to not Google it on purpose. I have no idea what exactly cotton candy is. So you could just talk about a little bit about what you guys got there.
Okay.
And that's how it's gonna go. There's gonna be a little bit of background noise because I have a rude, very rude pup. But yeah,
Okay.
so let's get into it. You guys can just introduce yourselves, tell us who you are, what you're with, and how you guys got started.
Okay. So my name is Bobby Johnson. This is my daughter.
My name is Alana Johnson.
And so we started a small business called Sweet Carolina Delights. We started back in November 2023. And so what we do is we take the cotton candy machine and we take it to events and we hand spin cotton candy at events. So at your event, we didn't have the machine. We didn't spin it on site because it was so hot.
Right.
So we prepackaged it into containers and push-up pops. So, and that's what we do. So we take the machine and we spin it at different events. We're slowly growing and adding different things into the business. But it's been a fun experience so far.
Okay,
We really enjoyed it.
for sure. How long have you guys been in business?
So we just started, November is when we officially got our LLC going. We had our first trial events in October. So we did something for Halloween last year. We did an organization day event for my job back in October, but November is when we officially started. I had our LLC in place and got going from
All
there.
right. All right. So, uh, just my own personal inquisition here. What is cotton candy and why cotton candy?
So cotton candy is basically sugar. It's flavored, so we have all kinds of different flavors. I've got another participant over here trying to also get involved. So it's basically sugar that you put into the cotton candy machine. It heats up and it turns it into cotton candy. You've got a vertical machine, and then you also have a horizontal machine. So it's just how they spin the cotton candy. One spins it on the sides of the head of the machine, and one spins it straight out. So it just makes it, you use different machines for spinning cones or pre-packaging, but it's essentially just sugar with different flavors. Some people go the organic route, um, even, yeah, just different flavors. You have some people who will add in candy. So I've seen some people spin it by dropping candy like Jolly Ranchers into the machine. And I have not tried it that way just yet, but some people do use straight candy to make their cotton candy.
Okay, and out of all the candies in the world, what made you guys decide cotton candy is going to be our whole thing?
So I was thinking of things that we could do together or I could do with my daughter. And we first started thinking about face painting. So
Okay.
we looked into that. I used to draw a lot. She draws very well. So we said, maybe we'll face paint and then sell cotton candy. And then one day my youngest daughter was sick. She was coughing and, just nose running. We were kind of like, hey, that's what it's going to be like Doing face painting. You never know if the child may be sick or what's going on, and you're right there. So we kind of decided to scratch the face painting, but we kept the cotton candy. And from there, I just explored, well, what could we do? Can we only, does that mean we have to buy it from Amazon and sell it? And then some of the reviews were mixed on people buying it prepackaged. So we just looked into, can we make it ourselves? How do we make it? Is that even a thing? So we started researching it. I found a young lady in California who has her business where she makes cotton candy as well. She does churros and some other things. But we just started looking at how can we do cotton candy, and can we bring in other things later on, like popcorn. We even experimented with some lemonade, changing the flavor, changing the color of it. In one event, we even added in some homemade sweet tea.
Oh wow.
So
So
yeah,
sweet
so
tea
we
flavored
just
cotton candy?
not flavored cotton
Okay.
candy, just as an addition. So we had
Got
like
you.
12-ounce
Okay.
bottles of um, sweet tea.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's how we essentially got to cotton candy. We went from face painting to saying, hey, I think we'll scratch that and let's explore cotton candy. So it's something that most people can pair it with a good memory, even if it's just thinking about the fair
Right.
and a fun experience at the fair. Most people can put a good experience with cotton candy, and it's just something fun.
For sure. So did you eat a lot of cotton candy growing up?
I really probably had it at the fair.
Right.
Every time we would go to the Fort Bragg Fair,
Mhm.
that's when I probably had the most cotton candy.
Okay.
So,
And so now you're able to like take it and introduce it to settings that it might not traditionally be in. I did see like the cotton candy cake. Is that what it is? Like in the shape of a cake?
yeah, so we've explored with different things with cotton candy. So we do cakes. So I actually have four to do this evening for someone. Um, but it's a good alternative when you have folks who don't eat cake. Oh. So I have a 5-year-old who every year we have a party. She never eats the cake.
Right.
But this past year we said, well, let's try something different. We introduced a cotton candy cake to her party, and she actually loved it. So it's a good alternative for people who just do not ever eat cake. So we brought that in. We also do push-up pops. So if you remember growing up, we would have push-up pops with
Right.
the ice cream in it, but we'll fill it with cotton candy.
Wow.
A lot of the little kids, they love that too. So we do the containers. We do like a waffle cone,
Hmm.
fill it with cotton candy. So a lot of people find that fun and love that as well. So we've just been mixing it up and trying some different things with our cotton candy and flavors. So this month we've been trying to do something different every month. This month we did strawberry kiwi.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's been pretty tasty. So I don't eat a lot of cotton candy. Well, before this I didn't, but we do dabble and try different things. But it's been fun.
No, I believe it. And it's a very it's a very fun candy to eat just because, it of the texture and how it disappears. I remember also going to like the fair and things of that sort and eating cotton candy and
Hmm.
it travels well, like you don't get tired of carrying it around. You can kind of eat it pretty quickly. And then the flavors are really versatile. So I think trying different flavors and
Hmm.
mixing it up definitely keeps it fresh, keeps it new. I I think the cotton candy cake is something that I definitely feel like I want to give a try because I like cake. I'm not a fan of frosting. And it's
Okay,
like
yeah.
that's like my whole thing. I really honestly I don't really care for the cake part either. But like I feel like it's like you need something there as like the vibe to bring the aesthetic of the birthday party or the party together. So
Hmm.
I mean I might try it. My little sister tried it at the kickback
Okay.
and she was a fan. She didn't eat it until after everything was done, but
Hmm.
she was like, dang, like I should have ordered the bigger one. So I mean and I think it was what, pina colada? or
Yeah, we
pineapple?
had we had pina colada, and then that's the yellow, and then passion fruit is a really good one also.
Right. I think I tried the passion fruit one.
Hmm.
And so yeah, no, they were both really good. And so like strawberry kiwi, I could see myself doing as well. I like the more like tart flavors of the
Hmm.
candies instead of the sweeter ones.
Oh
So
yeah,
I feel like cotton candy is really something people aren't like hip to for real because you only get it every so often.
every so
Um,
often. Yeah, and then or it's only the people just know the blue and pink.
right,
You go
right. And I don't even
to
know
the
what those
fair.
flavors are. Like to be honest with you.
Right. Yeah. So usually it's blue raspberry and then
Mhm.
probably strawberry.
Okay,
And so for the younger kids, that's their favorite is blue raspberry.
right. All
Hmm.
right. So your daughter being involved, this is a great way to like kind of introduce entrepreneurship to them at a younger age as well. And
Yeah.
it still keeps it kid friendly. Like one of the things I just think is I get it, but it's kind of weird is when like
Hmm.
people are like, I'm gonna buy a property in my 6-year-old's name and teach them and it's like what is they're not gonna care. So
Yeah.
this is something that they can really get involved with. So did was that kind of something that when it was introduced, you guys felt like this is this is relevant enough that we'll want to stick to it, or like this is new for both of us and we're gonna see where it takes us, or like is this a hobby for you guys, or is it something that you're really taking and running with?
So starting out, we were just looking at just something we can do together, something
Hmm.
that would be fun. But since we've started, I think it's something we've both grown to really enjoy. We both really love it. And I think it's something we're going to stick with and run with. We've even sat down and got some business counseling through the Small Business Center at FTCC. So we're really trying to sit down and learn the business craft, and so that it's something that sticks, you know. And I want her to always know that she can have her own business as well. There's a lot of resources out here. There's no reason why you might have a thought in your head or something you think is great, but don't feel like you can
For
do it,
sure.
you know. So I want her to be empowered to um, do things in the future, start a small business later on if she wants to. So one thing we did was start an idea book. So she has an idea book that my Uncle Neil actually suggested, but she can write all her ideas in her idea book. I said, no matter how big it is, how small it is, you write it in your idea book. And at some point, maybe later on, maybe next year, you come back to your idea book when you're ready and you see what you're ready to put in place. So it's been really good for her, and eye opening just to see what it takes to start a business, what things you have to assess to see if it's something that you want to continue doing. And even though it's cotton candy and we love it and we enjoy it, it's like it's some work that goes behind it as
Right.
well, you know. So I think it is something we're going to stick with and continue um, as long as we can.
Perfect. Speaking of the things that go on behind the scenes,
Mhm.
I know uh I used to live I lived in Florida for a while at one point, and I had a friend who made chocolate. They were like selling chocolate from scratch, and they were like, "Yo, like getting in the chocolate game it's intense. Like the competition with chocolate is crazy.
Mhm.
Is there a crazy like candy game that you guys are in where you see like your competitors that may be working as well? Because I don't think I've seen anybody else like that are willing to pull up to your event and make cotton candy. Like I don't like do you guys have that kind of as like a pioneering thing that you're doing here in the city, or like do you guys see that there's other people doing things kind of similar but not as well obviously?
Well, I don't see it often. Sometimes I'll see it prepackaged,
Hmm.
maybe in the candy store. I think I've seen one other person at an event spinning it, and they were trying to make some characters, but it was so hot that day that it just it didn't it didn't go as well as I'm sure they thought it would.
Right.
So I don't see it all the time. I actually joined a group, a Facebook group. So there are some other cotton candy entrepreneurs out there. There's quite a few who do the same thing, whether it's spin it. Some people have a storefront and they sell it from their store. Some people just pre-package it, and then you have some who actually spin it at events. So I haven't seen a lot here in Fayetteville. Not to say that there aren't any that maybe I don't know them yet, but I have come across quite a few people who do it in different places.
Okay. When it comes to versatility with cotton candy as well, I know we have like the packaged cotton candy, the cotton candy cakes. Um, have you guys been trying to test out like other ways to, I guess, market cotton candy? Like, you know how um people who sell like the candied grapes and things like that, like they kind of try to just do
Mhm.
something that other people aren't, I guess. But I don't know how much you can really do with cotton candy
Mhm.
because I don't know how fragile it is.
Right. Yes. So and it's not friendly with humidity
Right.
and the heat. So this summer has been a real learning experience for
I
us.
believe it.
Um, but there's a lot. Well, we've come to figure out there's a lot you can do with it. So we're looking at different flavors that we can incorporate into it. Um, Even thinking of trying adult cocktail flavors
Nice.
for things like weddings, where there might be a setting with mostly adults, and it won't be infused with alcohol, but it'll have the flavoring.
Right.
So that's something we're going to explore as well, so that it'll capture your adult audience.
Nice. I love
Yeah.
that. So just another question that I have, because cotton candy, like you said, it's sugar being spun. Is it possible, I guess, to create savory flavors, or is that kind of a lot harder because you can't really mask the sugar or the sweetness?
You can. So I haven't tried that yet, but I've seen some spicy flavors.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all a matter of adding in the right amount of flavors and
Mm-hmm.
that combination. So one thing a lot of people like is the cotton candy paired with a pickle.
Yeah,
And
I
so,
have seen that actually. That, yeah.
yeah, so it sounds weird to bring in that sweet and salty
Mm-hmm.
mix, but quite a few people have really enjoyed it. So I have some people say, well, when they were little, they would put a peppermint stick inside the
Wow.
pickle,
Wow.
and that sweet and salty taste, they enjoyed it. So I guess the cotton candy and the pickle kind of maybe reminded them of that,
Mm-hmm.
because I've had quite a few people say, hey, when I was a kid, we did that. I was like, I don't know, I've never done that.
Right.
But quite a few of the kids like the pickle and the cotton candy
Okay.
mix.
Nah, I love that because I was thinking like I feel like a cotton candy flavored with like the like the white cheddar popcorn as a cotton candy flavor would be crazy. Like,
That is a good idea. So yeah, so that's something to come to. We want to experiment with some even spicy flavors
right.
and salty things. So my daughter is a spicy fan. She
Hmm.
loves Takis and all of that. So we're definitely going to experiment with those salty and savory flavors.
Okay, nice. And are you guys thinking about going into stores, or do you guys kind of want to keep it at being at events and going down that route?
Yeah, so we would like to go into stores. So we actually got to pair with a store in Raleigh called Candy Apples by Kay.
Nice.
And we got to place some of our items in her store just to kind of get a feel how people liked them. And that was a great experience. So we did the push-up pops and 16-ounce containers. So I really appreciate that she gave us that opportunity, let us, place our items in the store. And they did well. So hopefully we can continue to do that even here in Fayetteville. So we are looking to explore that as well.
Very nice. I love it. Um, what do you feel like changed over, because I honestly feel like it might just be because of the foods that I'm eating now and like I guess my own life choices and things like that. But
Hmm.
I feel like I feel like candy was like the thing. Like candy was the thing when I was growing
Hmm.
up. But I just feel like kids aren't eating candy a lot, anymore these
Hmm.
days. Like I get like they're eating sweets and pastries, but I feel like it's more like that, like pastries and baked goods and things of
Hmm.
that sort. So in your opinion, do you feel like candy may fade one day? Like,
Hmm.
especially with like the push towards healthier XYZ or
Right.
cavities and things of that sort. Is that something that you may worry about or something that you've thought about in general?
We have thought about that, how, you have some families that are more health conscious.
Hmm.
Um, so then we try to offer it in different packaging, not just packaging, but different sizes. You
Hmm.
may not want a big 32-ounce container. Maybe a 4-ounce cup is just enough.
Right.
Um, and then we also have a flavor that's dye free. So it's just
Nice.
white. There's no dye. So then when you have people who have allergies or who have that concern, they don't have to worry about that. They have an option for that. Now, we don't use organic sugar, but that's another option that we want to explore later on, just to give our customers that option as well. So I don't think cotton candy is going to, or candy in general is going to not be a thing. I think we all are always going to have a little sweet tooth or just want a little bit. Because even as adults, I don't eat a lot of candy, but my favorite is sour candy, sour
Right.
straws, lemon heads. So, but every now and then I do like to enjoy some, maybe not as much as when I was a
For
little
sure.
kid.
No,
And
I was
say,
asking in general because I be eating candy.
mm-hmm.
I like candy.
Oh, you're a candy head.
Yeah, I like some candy. I like the gummies, like Lifesaver gummies or
Oh,
the Sour Patch
okay.
Kids or whatever thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah.
when I can.
So I love sour candy. But even with my children, my oldest daughter, she doesn't eat a lot of candy, but every now and then, now she likes dark chocolate.
Right.
So have serve her some dark chocolate, maybe some cotton candy. But I think as parents, we have to teach them to do things in moderation.
100%.
So you can have some candy or you can have some cotton candy, but now you can't have the king size.
Right.
And we have that every day. So I think as long as parents are teaching the kids importance of moderation, taking care of your teeth, taking care of your health overall, a little bit of candy is okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. Is there is there like a collaboration that you and your brand and your cotton candy would love to do? Like, is there a certain event in town that happens every so often, or a certain place that you guys would be like, if we could really secure this, like we would
Hmm.
love to be here?
Um, One thing as we grow, we want to do events, corporate events.
Hmm.
So we saw that, Amazon just opened here.
Right.
Um, I'd love to do an event with them, even whether if it's spinning on site, spinning the cotton candy or bringing it to them. So we'd love to do more corporate events. Um, yeah, and even partnering with small businesses here in Fayetteville. We want to do that, do it more, just share what we're doing, learn from other businesses as well.
When you spin the cotton
Mhm.
candy in the machine, is it warm or is it?
Oh, the cotton candy?
Yeah.
Well, not really.
Hmm.
Like you wouldn't, if you touched it, it wouldn't feel warm, but the machine is
Got
very
it.
hot. So, to get it to change that form from sugar to cotton candy. The machine is extremely hot, but you can't tell when you pull the cotton candy out of the machine.
Right.
Yeah,
All
so
right. Cool.
we have a large commercial machine we use when we're packaging, and I'll have the gloves on and we just pull it right out. So it's not hot.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get them on here one day, but I know you said like you guys spoke with the Small Business
Hmm.
Administration website. Um, I feel like you and Rico could do events together with his ice cream truck, with his slushies, like his fruit flavored slushies and
Hmm.
things of that sort.
Yeah, so that's something we definitely have to explore. But he's been really helpful with the business center. Um, I remember I had my first counseling session. And he's like, I have an icy truck, so this is perfect. So yes, definitely looking to work with him more. Um, and get involved with different events and pair up and just share as much as we can. But he's been extremely helpful. The business center I never knew we had all these resources
Right.
available.
It's
Right, it's
crazy.
right here in Fayetteville. It's been crazy. So I'll even sign up for classes throughout the day. I can have some headphones on and be taking these business classes that are absolutely free.
No, 100%. Yeah, Rico's a good guy, and I think that's great. And I just feel like whatever frozen slushy drinks would
Hmm.
pair really well with that. And I think a lot of companies or small businesses, like you were saying, in Fayetteville would really pair well with cotton candy. Like, there's not a lot of things that wouldn't pair well with cotton candy. So, especially if you guys can get like, if you guys, well, I'll talk to you outside of this. But no, I definitely think there's a lot of like opportunities for you guys to like match up and make some things happen. Especially number one with some of the students in the culinary department at FTCC. Like
Hmm.
they would be like a great resource to pair with because a lot of them have ideas that are just out
Right.
there. Just somebody that
Okay.
had one of their ideas, they just wanted to make like glass, candied glass.
Oh,
And it's like
okay.
I'm assuming there's a market, like because I
Yeah.
once he said it, I was like, oh, I would eat candied glass, like
Hmm.
why
You're
not?
like, what?
Um,
What is that? Yeah.
right.
So I feel like
So
I saw that recently, but yeah, that I will definitely try that.
yeah, so I mean, you guys can kind of revolutionize the candy like
Yeah.
that's going on in within the city.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll have to talk after
Not
this.
for sure. Um,
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of different opportunities out there, just be creative and come up with something different. So I'm all for it.
for sure. Is there anything that you guys are working on that you want to promote, or anywhere that you guys are going to be that you'd like people to show up and stop by and maybe try some of what you guys got?
Yeah, so on the 27th, I think that's next Saturday, will be there's a pop-up event over in I think it's Freedom Square by
Mm,
Poke Bowl. So we'll be there. There'll be a lot of other vendors in front of the coffee shop over
just
there.
love.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Just Love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they'll have another pop-up event next Saturday.
Okay.
So we'll be there. Other vendors will be there. We're starting to explore popcorn. So
Nice.
we're candying our popcorn. We'll have that out there as well. And I think that's the next event. So we don't have too many events right now since it's been so hot.
Hmm.
But we just have been taking orders more so. So I've had some, like I said, orders for the cotton candy cakes, the push-up pops, and then in August we pick up more with the kids going back to school,
Right.
and then September we'll do the international festival. We'll be out there for that.
Very nice.
But the next Saturday we'll be in front of over there by the Poke Bowl.
Okay. And uh, you said you guys are going to be like doing the candied popcorn and things like that.
Hmm.
Um, Looking towards the future, are there things that we can expect from you guys as well, other than the cotton candy, since you're adding the popcorn to your roster?
Um, Other than that, so we're just trying to become experts with those things,
Hmm.
um, be creative and come up with different flavors, especially for the popcorn. We tried a caramel pecan mix
Hmm.
and it was really good. We also, one we tried was pineapple, and it was really good.
Pineapple
So we have
popcorn.
some
I'm
popcorn,
here.
yeah.
I'm here for it. I literally just. I'm not gonna show you, but I literally just finished a bag of popcorn. That's why I said like the white
Did
cheddar
you?
popcorn flavored for the. I'm a popcorn sucker. Like I love
Oh,
popcorn.
okay. So yeah, so you can be our taste
100.
tester then.
I'll definitely. I'm gonna be at the thing. So for
Okay.
sure.
So we're just going to focus on those two right
Hmm.
now and just try all kinds of different flavors. We've got some banana pudding popcorn coming, red velvet. So I think we're going to just explore those and become experts in our craft, and then just see where we go from there.
All right, for sure. I appreciate you coming on, and I already know, like I said, you guys, if there are other people doing cotton candy event or bringing cotton candy to events and
Hmm.
things of that sort, I don't know about them. In my personal opinion, you guys have the cotton candy game in this region of Fayetteville or of the Sand Hills region because
Mhm.
you're all I know. You guys are all I know. You guys are all I've heard about.
Well, thank
So absolutely. So I can only see nothing but growth from here. Especially as you guys keep changing up your flavors, introducing new flavors, introducing new concepts. I've never even heard of candied popcorn, so that's gonna be that's gonna be my jam for sure.
you. Yeah.
So I just really look forward to seeing what you guys bring to the table, and I commend you on bringing your daughter into it with you as well.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity. Even letting us come to your event, the chat at the Coliseum.
Mhm.
I appreciate that too. It was great as well. So I appreciate it. And
Absolutely.
just let,
We'll be having more throughout the year. We were supposed to have one this month actually, but uh, it is like these heat advisories are no bueno, and the majority of the next events are
yeah.
all going to be sport related. So
Okay.
there's going to be people like running around and sweating, and I just can't have anybody drop on my watch. So.
Not
Uh,
in this heat. It's been really hot.
Right. So we're looking at late August onward.
Okay.
You guys are obviously absolutely invited to all events. I enjoyed having you guys there. People enjoyed having you guys there. Um, please bring the popcorn to the next, like I need it all
Don't we got you? Don't worry.
for sure. So again, thank you for coming, and I definitely appreciate you guys.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
You as well.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye. That's episode 6. Um, please, if you're in the area, try her cotton candy. Try their cotton candy. Give them a follow. She's very good at posting where they're gonna be at their event on her page. The 27th, at the Freedom Express Parkway, off of Skybo. They're gonna be in front of Just Love Coffee Cafe between Just Love and the Poke Bowl. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a lot of vendors. Come out, show out, buy some cotton candy, buy some popcorn, and yeah, appreciate you guys. This one was a little shorter. I have to run an errand. However, I will see you guys on Monday for episode 7 of Culinarily Kwan with me, your boy, Kwan.